Good morning, guys, and welcome to this morning's literacy lesson. So, this week, after the last 2 weeks, looking at all different parts of superhero kind of style stories, we've been looking at our own superheroes. We've actually researched some, then we've designed our own superhero, then we were looking at superhero villains, we were researching some of those, then we designed our own superhero villain. And this week what we're going to be doing is taking all of that learning, all of that wonderful description that you've been working on, and we're going to put it together into a narrative, which is just like a story, okay? So this week you're going to be writing your very own superhero story. I am so excited. But of course, I'm not just going to ask you straight away to write a story. We are going to spend the beginning of this week, we're going to plan it. Then we're going to think of some interesting words, how to make it a really powerful and interesting story. Then you're going to plan a little bit more. And then on Thursday, you're going to be writing your story up. Okay, so you've got plenty of time to plan it. So don't worry, but make sure to keep all of those amazing ideas at hand so that you can add all of those to your story. So today what you're going to be doing is you are going to be building your story. Now, you'll have your idea from the superhero that you designed, and you'll have your idea from the villain that you designed. If you now want to make changes to those, that's absolutely fine, because it might be that you planned that, but actually now you're going to write a story. Some things you might need to change, some things might not quite work, and I'm going to show you that. So please don't panic about sticking too much to the exact ones that you designed. You can make little changes to them to make sure that they work well in your story, okay? Your goal this week is to write an amazing story, a superhero story that has a superhero and a villain in it. But please don't worry if you want to change up a little bit what you've been doing, that's fine. I myself am going to change a few little things, and I'm going to show you just how. So the villain that I was looking at was the Evil Pete, wasn't it? I was looking at him from the Supertato book. Although I was also researching Ursula from The Little Mermaid. I know some of you guys did too. Then my superhero that I designed was Super Cat, because she was based on Miss Foster, who is a lovely teacher. So I was thinking about it, and I thought, do I want to change this? Do I want to keep it the same? I was thinking, Super Cat is a lady who has superpowers that make her like a cat, and Super P is a vegetable. So you might look at that and think, yep, I'm going to write a story about both of those. That works really well. Or I might think, now the villain, I want to make it fit a bit better than an Evil P, although Evil P is a fantastic villain. Because my superhero is Super Cat, I kind of want my villain to be a little mouse, okay? So the first thing I need to think about is I've got my superhero and my villain. I might call him Evil Mouse, or Evil Rat. Yeah, Evil Mouse, I think. I'm going to go with Evil Mouse. So the first thing you want to do is think about the setting for your story. Now, because mine is based on Miss Foster, I'm actually going to set mine in a school, okay? I think that's going to be a great setting for it, and I think they can get up to lots of mischief in a school. Then you need to think about your characters. So I have Super Cat, remember with a K to be like Mrs. Name. Then I've got Evil Mouse. Then I'm going to think a bit more. Now you can come back to this while you're writing in the other boxes. You can come back to this one. Thinking, who else? Well, if it's in a school, I'm going to have children in it. And then I think I might have some other teachers. Maybe I'll have Mrs. Canavan and Mrs. Nixon. That's going to work well with my story. Okay, then what I have made for you here is a grid, okay? And this is going to help you to plan out each section of your story. We've done this before together in class, but we were using Story Mountains. Now we're moving to Story Grids, where we can add a bit more information and a bit more detail, okay? So today we're just going to say what happens at each part of the story. We've got tomorrow and Wednesday to work on add in our description and our fantastic words and all of the things in our success criteria. Today we're just going to say what happens in our story, okay? So I'm going to start at the beginning of mine. You might want to start at the end, thinking of the ending of your story and work backwards, but I'm going to start at the beginning, so feel free to follow along with how I do it. And at the beginning, what happens at the beginning of your story? So at the beginning of my story, I'm going to have Miss Foster. Ooh, I'm going to change that for you guys so it's not bold and underlined. So I'm going to have Miss Foster is teaching a really exciting DT lesson. We love DT, don't we? The children are looking at different fruits to learn about them and how to stay healthy. So this is at the beginning. This is what's happening. They are in Miss Foster's classroom. And there is Miss Foster, Mrs. Nixon, Mrs. Canavan, and the children enjoying learning about fruit. So I have spoke about what happens in the beginning. I've then said who the main character is, and I have then said where it is set. It's set in the classroom. Remember, setting is where it is, where it's taking place. Okay, now I need to start building it up because that is kind of interesting, but if we want a story, we want it to get exciting, don't we? Build up. What happens next? How does the story hint at a problem? So that's saying, how do we start to think, oh, there might be a problem here? So what I'm going to say is Miss Foster. So you might want to take some time, guys, to think about this. I've had some time to plan my story in my head, but you might want to kind of plan it together in your head and then write it. But take your time with this, okay? You've got time to do it. You can keep coming back and adding to different boxes if you remember new things. So Miss Foster asks the children if they would like to try some of the fruit. The children are very excited and cheer. They want to try the fruit. Mrs. Canavan and Mrs. Nixon say that they will get the fruit. So I'm saying kind of what happens next, and now I need to say, how does the story hint at a problem? When they look for the fruit, they cannot find it. This is starting to seem like there could be a problem here. So I'm hinting, oh, well, they look for the fruit and they can't find it. I'm thinking, oh, what happens next? So then I'm going to move on to my problem. What is the problem within the story? So the problem, oops, sorry guys, I just want to change that for you. The problem is, dum dum dum, the fruit has been taken and a note has been left. Now, your problem might be completely different to my problem, and that's okay, but I'm just showing you how I'm going to do it, okay? The note says that evil mouse has taken the fruit and run away with it. He says he bet they can't catch him. Now this is a big problem because the children are waiting to taste all of the lovely fruit that they've been learning about, but the evil mouse has taken it. So that is the problem within the story, and they bet they can't catch them. So Miss Foster turns into Super Cat because cats are very good. Good at chasing mice. So my problem is the fruit's gone, but Miss Foster turns into Super Cat, which is great because they enjoy chasing mice, which is why I changed Evil P, because I just thought the cat and the mouse would go well together. You can do that as well if you like. Resolution. So this is, how is the problem resolved? How's it sorted out? How has it been fixed? So Super Cat, this is where it gets interesting, where you can really talk about what your superhero does. Oopsie, sorry guys. Super Cat puts on her pink cape and gets ready to chase evil mouse around the school. The fruit was too big for him to carry, so he kept dropping it. means that Super Cat could run very fast to catch up with him. So that is my resolution. Beginning, she's running after him, and then we're going to see how we fix it. So she's running very fast to catch up with him. She finally finds him trying to get the fruit over the fence. She hears his evil giggle and knows it is him. So then she's going to catch him, isn't she? She catches him. So then we're on to our ending. How does the story end? Does it end happily? Is there a twist to the plot? Ooh. So Super Cat brings Evil Mouse in. I just want to change that so that it's not underlined for you. There we go. Brings Evil Mouse into the classroom. He has dropped some of the fruit. The children explain to him why taking the fruit was such a sad choice. Evil Mouse says he is sorry. Super Cat turns back into Miss Foster and asks Evil Mouse if he would become Kind Mouse and share the fruit with the children. They all ate a lovely fruit salad. Oopsie. Together. And they lived happily ever after. So that is a lot of information that I've put into mine, but I just want you guys to see how I'm going to plan my story. You might not want to write as much as I have, and that's absolutely fine. But if you really take your time on this, you're going to build together quite a good story, but you're going to have to think of it step by step, okay? But you do not have to have as much information as I've put into mine. You can add less because you're going to know, you're going to be able to add more with all of your description and your interesting words. Okay, so today you are just building an idea of a story. You might only have a couple sentences in each, but you know what my story is going to be and how it's going to go. Then what I would do once I've done this is I'm going to read back through all of this and check that it makes sense and that my story is answering each box. Yeah, so that is going to be my task for the day. So I really hope you guys enjoy this. And I'm really looking forward to seeing your plans because I think they're going to be great. Okay guys, enjoy. See you later.